This area here will have something built, a structure, eventually. Sniffing because it's so cold. So let's see if we can do front to back gate. Front to back. So that's up to the fence in there. That's my plot. That's the greenhouse that was replaced. And that's the polytunnel over there on my neighbour's plot that was there. So these raised beds, I think I've got 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another one around the back. They came with the greenhouse. This is just early lettuce and rocket. And this is leeks and onions that I've set from seed. They'll be going in springtime. The border all the way down there, I've just covered it. It's full of couch grass. Some of it I started to dig out in certain areas, and then the rest are just covered for the winter. So it's just covered so it dies back, and then I'll have to dig out all the roots. These beds are new. They've just been sort of built really. So I'm still filling these with manure, compost, straw, so that can be planted in spring. This one's more rotted down. The compost bins are full. Not quite ready. Then that can go in that end bed. Strawberries. Broad beans. I think that's purple sprouting broccoli. Kale. There's a few spring onions left. Garlic. Here there's rhubarb under the bottles, and down this row is white onion, and that row is red onion. Here are peas. I think the variety is called Meteor. Under there is some winter cabbage, and under there is some more broad beans that are just starting to come. So what I wanted to talk about was, so allotment tour. For those that have looked, we had this back at the end of July and it was terribly overrun, so there is a video of it when we got it. This is where we're at so far. Still massively works in progress. But this here is the gala apple tree that I grew from seed. I really need to get my dad to see if he'll take a video of his, because you might think in 5 years that's not that big, but I've restricted its growth by trying to grow it in a pot because I didn't have an allotment and anywhere to put it. My dad put his in his allotment and he's now espalier in it. I think that's the right word. And it's massive and he's getting fruit on it. Mine has only just gone in here this year, so, and now obviously it's dormant. Over there where that cane is, there is a small little damson sapling that came from my son's garden when we took down his damson trees. And in the greenhouse, oh, it's so cold, are all plum, cherry, all branches that I've chopped off various trees that I'm trying to get going. I've also got a nectarine pip and a plum and a damson in there trying to grow. I do need to blow my nose. So that's the allotment tour. This polytunnel, the frame is not great, and I don't know if you can see, but the roof is severely gone. So the plan in spring for that is to move it slightly backwards to make that hole there bigger for me to build some kind of overcover structure. This is coming forwards and it will be a fruit cage, and I'll cover it in net, which is why all the fruit is not in yet. So here I've got raspberries, blackberries, there's a blueberry at the back there. These are gooseberries. That's a gooseberry. This is a raspberry. This is a blackberry. I will try and find the varieties of them all, and they will all be going in there and be grown under a net eventually. Rosemary, that came from home. The baths were already here but overgrown, so I've put in new compost. Something's been digging in that one. I'm sorry about the sniffing, I need to blow my nose, but I can't edit, stop and start, so we have to just film. Something's been digging in that one. This is the herb bed, so this is lemon balm, that's sage at the top. It's all works in progress. I bought the greenhouse with some glass, it wasn't full, off of Facebook Marketplace. And my in-laws decided, because of my granddaughter and the dog, to replace it with polycarbonate. It's the new thing, isn't it? But we lost a lot of the panels in Storm, Bert and Dara. So there's very few bits of glass in it. This is glass. This is glass. And we've replaced the panels we lost with silicone. I think it's all right. It was £50. It came with all the raised beds that was around it, and it was a bungalow that had been purchased from an old couple, and they'd been growing all the veg, and they gave me the raised beds with the greenhouse. So although they're not very big, a lot of them, there's another one around here, I've got covers, and I've been mulching so that can rot down. I think this one's already rotted. Oh, I'm so sorry about the sniffing. I really should have blown my nose. So that's it. That's where we've got to. I'm enjoying watching the videos back. So, garlic apple tree set from seed, I think approximately 5 years ago. If ever I can get that good that I can tag that video of me actually planting that seed, then you'll be able to see it. But I'm super thrilled with it because I set that from seed and my dad's is doing amazing. Mine, I've stunted its growth. That tree right at the back up against the fencing. Some might think, why have you left all those fence posts higher? It's because when it's painted, trellis will go up there and climbers will be grown. You can then grow pumpkins and things like that up there. The bottom bed is more of a border really, but I've still got a lot of couch grass growing in that, couch, whatever. And I have to keep going over it, and this is a comfrey patch that I use. So I just keep growing and growing. The apricot tree has recently come. It was growing in my garden. I'm hoping I don't lose it because it's at least, I don't know, 5-6 years old. Also grew from seed, but I don't think I did a video of it. And it's been growing quite happily in my garden, but it's actually taken over and started to make my garden really dark. So I've dug it up. As soon as it dropped its leaves, I dug it up. I think it's still alive. It's still green in places, so I don't think I've lost it. I'm hoping that recovers from the transplantation trauma, and that will grow quite nice there, I'm hoping. This tree over here, this one, again came out my son's garden. I think it's died. I tried to keep it going at home, and the buds that are on it I think are old. I think that will end up getting chopped up for firewood. And this one I bought as a bare root tree. Oh, it might just have little buds breaking there. From Pound Stretcher. It was in the sale because it was just a bare root and it was right at the end of the year, and it's a Bramley apple. And I put it in just as to not do anything with it because I wasn't really sure. These are a group of hyacinth bulbs I put in. And I thought it had died because it doesn't appear to have taken, but now it might have. I can't stay too long today because it's really cold. Really, 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 really cold. It's very windy. So I am thrilled with this allotment of what we've achieved in the short space of time. Absolutely thrilled, overjoyed. But I wanted to do a little tour. I don't know how it'll pan out. Hopefully it works out okay. Bye for now.